don't care.
And now we're
Welcome,
depressed.
Simon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Drinks and Toys. I'm here with the lovely Mr. Weizie. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing well. I'm lovely now. I like that.
And we do wish Johnny was here. We know some of you haven't logged on yet. We just figured we'd jump on, screw it, let's get rocking. Johnny had a procedure today. From what I'm hearing, all went well, and we are just wishing him speedy recovery, and hopefully he gets back to us, gets back on board, and we can go back to being the three burritos here, and and having a good night. So, what is up? What's going on,
You know
Nicole? What's
what?
going
He needs
on?
a burrito for Grove Sport.
You know what? It's funny. At the show,
He needs a
Gianna
burrito
goes.
for Grove Sport.
So back in the day, Gianna, when she was little, she used to buy these things called Shopkins, right? And these little characters, they were food or they
Right,
were
yeah.
like, yeah, they were weird stuff. Well, one of them was this breadstick with a mustache, and his name was Slick Breadstick. And she goes, "Why can't Johnny make that?" And I said, "Well, he can't, honey. It's copyright. He's got to do something a little different." So we are like, "Well, what do we come up with?" So Gianna and I are sitting there like
Right.
brainstorming a bread character, and she goes, "What about General
Oh
Sourdough?" Because she had a
Jesus.
big loaf of sourdough she was munching on. So and you could have like he
I,
has like a Dill Twins. He could have
that's
like
a good one.
he could have the butters or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you have General Sourdough and his Legion of Butter. I don't know, some shit like that. But
Oh, like the spread you put on it or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, like little butter packets or something. I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if he does it, if he does it, then he's got to break Gianna off on something, right? Like I'm just waiting for it to get successful before I'm like, hey, so Jean Claude Van Clam, where's my little percentage?
Oh my god. So as you guys can see behind me, we got a new mascot. It looks really cool in the dark. I'm gonna see if it will. If he goes off again, I will shut off the light just because it looks
Well,
really
wait.
cool, and it looks like he's floating back
Well,
and
so yeah, wait
forth.
till he moves.
Yeah, when he moves, I'll kick the light
All
off. And
day.
you guys can see it. It's really fucking cool. But I guess let's go ahead and dive into. You got an announcement or something? You want to wait, or what do you want to do?
Well, no, no, it's not an announcement. It was just something that I was informed by Mr. Psycho. He called me the other day to inform me, and I feel like it's something you'd be interested in. It is more collector's hideout uh field, but October 14th and 16th, trick or treats in theaters.
Yes. Oh shit. Hold
No,
on.
you don't care. Oh, okay. I was like, no caring. He's sound activated, I think,
Hmm,
because as soon as you said yes, he popped off.
that's a good point. It's so freaking
That's
cool. I don't care who you are.
But yeah,
So
so trick or treat will be in theaters for from the 14th to the 16th.
so that is a has to happen. All like one of my all time favorite movies. The kids would want to go see
Oh yeah,
it.
no, I'm going to that. If
We'll have to figure out something, man, where we're like halfway or
Yeah, no, I
something.
have to find which theater. Hopefully, one local to me's doing it, so I can go to that one.
Yeah, that's a must happen. I
But yeah,
didn't even know it
I
was
thought
going to
that
be.
was cool. I was like, Tony will appreciate this.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal,
Awesome.
man.
No, that was it. I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm super excited for that. That's really cool. Um, so one moment. That I don't know if that's going to get annoying or not. It's fine for me, but it keeps going off. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's sound activated.
It's just that weird squeak that goes with it. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah. um, so
Slimer wasn't quiet, so
I've been following these guys called the Reluctant Adult, and it's a podcast like this heavyset dude with glasses and his even more
that's fucked up.
heavyset counterpart, who is like everything
That's even
Star
more
Wars.
fucked up.
You what?
I said that's fucked up. And you're like, and the one who's even more like that's even more fucked up. Like,
Whatever. But they're video podcast, whatever it is, like really good. It's really funny. It's really informative.
Oh yeah.
But they were talking about one of the things that caught my eye recently, and I buy Mondo, but I buy Turtles, is that Mondo is doing Janine. Did you see that?
Yes. They announced that at San Diego. Yeah. She comes with legs and then sitting legs, so she can be behind her desk. That she also comes with the desk.
Which is so fucking hilarious that they made a separate piece for Janine. Like you got to break her in half and be like, all right, now you're Secretary Janine.
Which is interesting, right? Because you think because they are action figures that you could just leave her legs articulated to have her sit in a desk. But it must not work or must not look as good as they wanted to, so they made sitting legs for her.
Yeah, I think I'll give Mondo credit for this, man, and for a lot of things. There is no shortage of accessories, and they tend to give you everything you could possibly want for the character.
Well, what I kind of not worry, what I wonder is because of the desk, obviously the price is going to go up on it, right? So you
Sure.
figure a Ghostbuster is $101. Then if you get the 2-pack with the Ghost, it's $202. So I'm kind of curious where they're going to try and throw in this Janine price. Like, is she going to be 120 because of the desk, or are they going to count that big ass desk as like another figure and try and get 202 out of it?
I don't think you'll see 200, but I could definitely.
I hope not.
I could see 150. Now, my only question would be, is that going to outprice her where people go, I don't need Janine that bad?
Well, if she's at the 200 mark, I think that would happen absolutely. But at the 150 mark, you'll probably get more people who'll be inclined to do it. But I feel like if they were able to work it out to get it at the $100 mark, I think you'd have people buying multiples. So you could have her standing and one of her behind the desk.
Yeah, you're probably right. That actually makes more sense. I mean, it's not something I'm going to buy. I just thought it was a cool take that they're
Oh, I'm
going as far.
buying it.
I think it's cool that they're going as far to say, okay, we're going to make her. You can have her normal, but if you want her behind a desk, here's another set of legs. That you can go ahead and put her together.
Like I'm trying to look because I have my set that came in recently, but I don't know where I put it. So it might be in the closet somewhere.
Let me see. Thoughts on the Transformers Neon Genesis? I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure which ones he's referring to.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck is that behind you? Or else the cat. And she's got if she jumps up and attacks Slimer, that'd be hilarious.
Well, at least we'll have it on camera. Truffy, say hi.
Oh, so I have no idea what Gustav was talking about. So, and like I'm getting like all of a sudden my computer's making noises. I'm getting like notifications and shit, and it's Joe apparently in our Discord posting stuff because
cool.
that'd probably been a good place to post that we're live, and we didn't do it because we're horrible at Discord.
That is true. You're not wrong. We are absolutely horrible, atrocious, if you will.
That's an understatement. I feel.
He actually must have just jumped off Discord because he's no longer showing. Actually, if you go to the top where we were in the studio,
I'm not even looking at Discord. I'm just getting notifications because I downloaded the Discord app from my computer, so like it popped up a notification that something happened.
Oh my god!
What, you okay?
Yeah, I can't wait till Slimer goes off and Truffy has a coronary behind me.
So do you know what this Neon Genesis Evangelion
is? It's an anime. I'm not sure what he's referring to as far as. Oh, there you go. I'm not sure what he was referring to as far as a crossover, but it's.
I mean, it sounds like I would assume the same way Turtles and Transformers crossover, the crossover of Transformers and Masters of the Universe is a crossover.
So he sent me the link. That's 2005, though.
Was it a comic book then?
No, but it's coming up 2025. I guess it was. Oh, that's horrific. All right, so let me pull this up. I'll pull it up. You guys can see it. It's a Transformer thing, and I like
It's
Transformers,
that
but
bad, huh?
this is pretty terrible, dude. It's El Terrible. Spanish. Hold on.
While you figure that out, I know Nicole's in the chat and she was asking about Halloween Horror Nights
Yeah.
because I went Saturday for my second visit and did more houses. Um, I would save it for collectors, but this week on collectors, we're talking wrestling and horror nights, and wrestling ain't gonna vibe. Well, kind of. There's a haunted house for it. A little bit. But, so did you say it was 2005 because the website's TFW 2005? Because that's when the website was made.
Yeah, everything came up 2005. That's why I was wondering. But so this is
That's the name of
essentially
the site.
this is that busted ass version of uh, a Gundam Optimus
I
Unit
don't
1
understand it.
crossover. That's a shit show.
I don't get it. Yeah, that's the thing. So
That looks terrible. Like so you went to like kind of off subject from this, but you went to Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to Halloween Scream on Saturday, so that's going to be kind of cool. Excited for that. I've never
so
been.
yeah, no, you'll enjoy that. You've never been because it won't be anything repeated because you've never been. But bro,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this. This past Saturday, I did the Terrifier house.
yeah.
That was a good fucking house. Terrifier was fucking awesome. There was just the attention to detail that they put in the building. Like you walk in, there's a bunch of the bodies like cut straight down the middle. Like there's all like it was so good. And then Art is walking around the park freely also. So like you could be inside Finnegan's eating dinner and Art will walk in and sit at your table with you and harass you. Like Art just freely walks the park. Um, but yeah, no, the Terrifier house was amazing. The WWE house, the Wyatt Six was an amazing house too. It was like the visuals and the costumes, and it was fucking sick. But you're
Yeah,
missing a good one, man.
that'd be cool,
Terrifier.
man. I mean, a couple of the houses I really wanted to see, but at the same time, I mean, we went that one year and it was cool and I had a good time, but I'm like, it just costs so much to go.
It does.
I mean, do you have passes or something, or you just paid for more tickets?
No, so I got a ticket. It was like $200 or so, and then you pick the first date you want to go. So I picked opening night. So from opening night until September 22nd, I can go as many times. I have 18 dates I can go. I can go 18 times within that time frame
So
for
that's worth it.
200
That's not
for
bad.
$200. Yeah. You have to pay
It's still
parking
200
every
bucks, but
fucking
that's not
time,
bad.
but $32 to fucking park, which is insane. Um, so what I'm gonna do is that I've gone twice now. It's still cheaper than doing a fast pass, right? Because a fast pass is almost $200 by itself.
Do you go by
So what I'm
yourself?
the first night I went by myself. This past weekend I went with some Cuban guy. He came up, we went, and then I'm gonna probably go this upcoming weekend because I still need to do the Five Nights at Freddy house,
Yeah.
and then there's one of the original IPs I haven't done yet. But I'm gonna wait till midnight and go because the lines get a little shorter. Parking's free, and then I'll just go from midnight to 2 in the morning, knock out those last two houses, and I've done everything
That's a
and
good
seen
call
everything.
because by 12, 1 o'clock, people are hammered and they're leaving.
Yeah, between 1 and 2, most of the houses drop down to like 15-minute windows.
Because everybody's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's gone or getting ready to, yeah, so
That's a good call, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Pay 200 bucks and you just go whenever you want to go. That makes more sense.
and
I'm thinking,
supposedly there's another pass, I think it's 250. Don't quote me on the price, but it goes from opening till like the end of October. So like you can go as many times as you want throughout the entire season.
that's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
So, so a couple things. So the whole point of some a couple TikToks you did on Halloween Horror Nights likes like fun. I guess you might say looks like fun.
Yeah, he looks like it is fun.
Yeah.
I posted one
Um,
of like a rave scene with like women in scantily clad dancing with like horror
oh,
masks on,
oh
great
my.
stuff. Yeah,
Ooh.
good stuff. Good.
Oh my. So we had a show this past weekend. We did Bradenton. It was the first time doing that show. It was kind of like Sarasota, but we had a lot of different people I haven't seen before, which was
Good.
cool. And it kind of sparks the interest, as we've been talking before, about go somewhere outside of the comfort zone, go visit
Right.
somewhere else. I was surprised. We sold two graded turtles,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, and a handful of the not graded, but we sold two of the graded turtles. One of them being the 10 back bebop, so we got a good chunk of change for him. Sold some Transformers, little ones here and there, nothing crazy, but the turtles actually did really well, and it absolutely tells me that there is a market for the more expensive pieces that I want to carry, but it is not necessarily in the Tampas of the world.
So, right. Because we've been in our local areas, right? We've done them. We know the customers. You might see some new faces here and there, but for the most part, it's repeats. We see the same people.
Sure.
We build a relationship, customer, relationship. But yeah, we need to go outside, and it's there. The only thing with those bigger pieces is that you need that one person to come in who's gonna looking for those types of pieces. It's not like a bunch of like bargain bins where every Dick, Jane, and Bob walks by can grab something for $10 out of the bargain bin. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like those big pieces, selling two or three of those big pieces can make your show. But if you're banking on that, you might have a bad show. You know what I mean? Like it's a really fine line from good show to bad show when you bank on those pieces.
So I
It's not
really
bad to
wish
have though.
I will tell you that I really wish at this last show, um, just because of what people were spending, I would have liked to have had the Cat's Lair.
You
Um,
think you could have done it?
I think somebody would have might have bid on it. So we had one gentleman come back to the show or come to the booth, and he was looking at. I've got one loose still, but I've got when I dropped the price way low on the loose one, but I've got the one inbox Jetfire, the super
Okay.
super minty. Like his box is okay, but the rest of it is super mint. Everything's awesome. Well, this dude comes over and he looks at it and he goes, "Man, it's really nice." He goes, your price is, it's where it should be. It's a little high, but it's where it should be." And I said, "Look, man," I said, "it's an open box. You're welcome to take it over to the table and go through it if you want to." And so he took it over to one of the side tables and went through all the pieces and checked everything out. And he's like, "It's really nice." I said, "I know." And I was asking 700. And he goes, "Let me think about it." He goes, "It's a nice piece, whatever." So he walked away. He came back and he goes, 500. And I said, "No." I said, "I'm asking seven, man." What is this? Rick has a forum where users see the big pieces too and build a want before you show up there. That is so weird. I don't think they have anything like that, though. That's so weird. Um, but the guy went back and forth about 15 times. And I say 15, I'm very exaggerated, but went back and forth. He
You
finally,
over exaggerate? Never.
I had said 600 and he landed on 575 and I said 600, man, it's worth it. And he goes, "Give me 10 minutes, I'll think about it." And then he never came back. Which that's fine because I know what it's worth.
I
But
wonder if he was
evidently
like haggling another table.
maybe there weren't any other Jetfires there though. But he went and bought 30 carded Star Wars figures and a whole shitload of Redline Hot Wheels from one seller. So I think he was there to spend money. He knew what he was after. But I also think he's not somebody who's buying it for himself. I almost wonder if he's buying it to put on one of those auction houses, um,
Mm.
or if he's buying it for resale somewhere else, and he wanted that margin. I don't know, but
Yeah, maybe he buys it from goes on what? Maybe he's got like one of those huge whatnot followings that he can
he could be one of
punch
those
or ride.
guys.
Um, because you said something earlier, you mentioned whatever you said bid. I think you're talking about the Cat's Lair. I wanted to let you know that I've seen people talking about the giant fucking what's her name from Hunger Games, that statue that's in Spirit Halloween from not Hunger Games, the fucking Squid Games.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That fucking thing, yeah.
yeah.
So people are going into the store and putting their name with the manager, and then at the end of the season, whoever's first on the list will get the first call, like, "Hey, do you want it? This is what the price is," and then go down the list until whoever buys it. And there's a few stores that are actually doing a bidding system on it. You have to bid what you're willing to pay, and then the highest bid gets them.
So I think without blinking, I'd throw $1,000 at it.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get it. I mean, it depends on your local area, obviously, how they're doing it. But the one where I saw the person talking about the bidding said that one person already had a $10,000 bid on that bitch.
Oh shit! No, yeah, no. I'd rather pay $2,000 and have you or Joe print the damn thing for me, and I'll paint it. It doesn't do anything. It just makes noise. So I mean, we can put a voice box in it. But
yeah, I saw that the other day. I was like, oh shit! I know you were talking about trying to get one, but just go in and see if you can at least put your name on the list and see where that goes.
So, kind of like before we get into tonight, right? So before we get into what I wanted to talk about, do you want me to check up here where I am?
He's near Gainesville, so he's talking about the Spirit Halloween to see if they have
the. You know what? Gainesville's probably a good area because the people that live up in Gainesville are mostly college kids and ghetto.
Or country boys, but yeah, ghetto.
I guess where you are, I don't know. But...
I mean, I went out to visit him one time when he used to live in Gainesville before first school, and you definitely heard banjos play when you drove through. Like, you definitely...
A firm 550. That's a fucking deal right there.
It is. So...
That's an Izzy deal. So I've been going to Emerald City. I made my second, third trip now, but made my second trip the other night, or other day, Saturday with the kids, with Rebel Girl. We just went down there, need something to do, so we went and checked it out. And the kids had never been. They had a great time, thought it was cool. And I was looking at like Hot Toys again, and I didn't know there's another company. So it's not 3-0. It's not Hot Toys. It wasn't.
It's not Blitzway.
No, it wasn't Blitzway. So it was called Hono or Ono or something like that. It's a new company, and the guy, the gentleman who works there, I don't know his name, and I'm sorry. He helps me every time I'm there. Next to Adam. Adam helps me too, but he usually does like the checkout and stuff like that. He's one of the managers. Really nice kid. And I was like, man, that's a cool Wolverine. I love Wolverine, but I don't care enough to buy a $300 figure of him.
Right.
It's not Venom. It's not Carnage. Those are my guys. If I was going to buy any other character, it'd probably be something like the Green Goblin.
Fair.
Just because I love those characters, and they had a really wicked Deadpool at Retro Rat, but I'll get to that. So while I'm in there, and he's got the Wolverine figure. He's like, we can open it. I said, I don't want to open anything. And he goes, dude, he opens it up. And well, there you go. That's, God damn it. Hang on a minute.
Hey, Psycho says the offshoot of Hot Toys. That's why it's their lower price brand.
I know. And he's Psycho, just jump on, man. Cause I don't want to spend 45 minutes waiting for your messages to show up.
So if you want to send the link, wherever, go right ahead. There's another company. Like, there's a few companies coming out now. There's one that's doing Batman Returns with
the same style.
Yeah, Returns is the one with Danny DeVito as Penguin, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So they're doing that movie line, and they're doing the Danny DeVito Penguin and the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. And they look amazing. Like, they look like they took them off the screen and just printed them. Like, it's insane how well they look. But they're also, they're done, and then they're professionally painted by their in-house painter. So it's like, how good is the official product going to be that we would get versus what a professional artist, did to the paint on it. But it's the same scale, the same 12-inch scale and everything. But they look amazing. There's more companies popping up in that scale lately, all overseas.
It's so they call it 1/6 scale. It's kind of crazy. Well, like there was a Leatherface while I was at the comic store that I was looking at. I didn't make him take it down, but I asked him. I said, "Who is that?" And he goes, "Oh, that one's a 3-0." And it's again, it's articulated Leatherface. But I've got something about that Wolverine. I'll tell you in a second. But let me take a 2-second intermission. Wait for Psycho to jump on. Let me kill Slimer, get some ice, and I'll come right back.
Oh, okay. So it's just me. It's now the Weizie Show, Collector's Hideout. So what are we doing?
God damn it, you won't shut up.
Fucking Slimer's a bitch. Just like
Oh,
Chucky. Yeah. I told Tony about that squeaking Slimer when he first showed it to me, but it was too cool to not have on and it's floating around. I think part of it is the gears are just going a little crazy because like it kind of hangs down, so they overpower. Oh, yo, what's going on, El Cajon? How you doing, man? We need to have you on here sometime, brother. So when Tony gets back, I think he's going to show us some of his pickups he got. We're going to see about that. But Slimer, well, yeah, Slimer's better than Chucky. I've obviously like he slimed Peter Venkman. Chucky didn't fuck with Peter Venkman. Like, duh. So you're showing off pickups? Is that what this is all leading up to, or like what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about the thing from. I'll wait till Psycho jumps on because apparently he knows what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about that company. I didn't know they were a derivative of what do you call it? Not Super 7, but Hot Toys. Damien, what's up, brother? Post a link to your YouTube, dude. You have the coolest shit. I love your videos, and they crack me up. He does this one. He does this one video where it's a short film, right? Like a TikTok or something. And
hold on.
Yeah.
I've seen his videos. Are there English versions? Because I've only seen Spanish, so I never know what the hell's going on.
They're all in Spanish.
Okay. I was like, I never know what the hell's going on. So I make up like my own story in my head.
So there's but I like his short films. Doesn't matter if you can understand it or not, but the short film is like he walks into a show and he sees something and then he's kind of like, no, I don't need it. And then the next shot is him holding it in his hands. And he goes, and the vendor's like holding his card.
Like the one that I saw recently, it was a sword. I feel like it was the sword, the Thundercat sword.
Yeah.
And like he's like, but then like somebody else is like, I want it. He's like, and like they're like gonna like fight over it or whatever, but he got to it first.
Yeah.
He's like, take my card.
That's great.
And I've seen like the other ones where like he's walking and then he like trips and his card's in his hand. He just falls into the boop. Guess I bought it.
Yeah, they're freaking great. They're great videos, man. But yeah, so pickups. So like it's gonna be a little hard. I don't have anything in my hands, but I'll show you some of the things as best I can with the camera. Yeah, he was shooting a video with his buddy where they picked up 2 of like the Power Ranger swords and they were like walking away with them. So it was pretty cool, you know. But yeah, so pickups. Pick up some cool stuff from Emerald City. Got the 30th anniversary of Voltron. Really cool, like the Space Voltron. Really cool piece. It's in a gift set. I kept, him and hawing over it. And Tuna, actually, he and I were going back and forth on it. You know Tuna, right? Yeah. We went back and forth.
We call him Tuna. I just think of like that. There was that old movie with like the cartoon tuna fish. Like,
okay, so I think of tuna 2 different ways. One is whenever somebody says tuna, I think of the tuna from the movie Blow with Johnny Depp.
Jesus, okay.
His buddy's name is Tuna.
Fair.
And then I think of Tuna is actually my friend's daughter. Her name is Perpetua, and they just call her Tuna. And so that's whenever I hear tuna, that's what I think of is that. So,
gotcha. That's not what I want.
I sent him the link.
Oh, okay, he got it. So yeah, there was an old movie where like it was like live action, but there was a cartoon tuna fish. So whenever I think of that, or the old commercials for like canned tuna with the fish.
Are you hiding from somebody? You have creditors at the door? What's going on?
No. I was just closing. I was closing the blinds for 2 reasons. First, I don't want the reflection, but 2, I don't want the reflection of other things going on in the house in case something is going on.
So, in other words, His wife is drinking again.
There's a lot of nudity in his house. Oh, we're back to Big Tuna.
So,
holy
how's
shit.
it going, guys?
Good, man.
Good, man. So you're right.
No, sorry, it took me a minute to get on. I was making the lunches and everything for tomorrow, and I was just kind of watching you guys, and I had the answer to what you were saying. That's all.
Before we get into that, though, finish up what you're talking about with the pickups and stuff. Let's knock that out real quick.
Yeah. So I got the Voltron or whatever, and then I picked up. I went back down with Sugar Drizzle, and we got a couple blind boxes, and I bought a really badass little Carnage statue. I bought Tuna gave me the Crimson Ghost Misfits character, but it's a purple sparkle one. It's like a limited edition minifig. It's really badass.
Okay.
I picked up. Oh my god, man, it's hard to fucking remember what I bought. I bought a Voltron
you must not
piece,
care about it.
Veritech piece I was missing. I bought a Rock Lord. They had a fucking Rock Lord in the case. I'm like, $5. I'm like, I'm getting that.
Well, now, yeah, paint it blue and give it to Johnny to put with this fucking Titanic, and then you could have a whole fucking scene.
There you go. And then I have the. I bought the. What is it? They had for $20. They had an Exo Squad character in a loose bag. I'm like, I'll for $20 I'll buy it. I forget what the hell else I bought. Honestly, it was just it was a blur of purchasing. I felt like not as bad as last time, but it was pretty close. And then stuff came in the mail. So obviously you can see a little Slimer behind me. You know how he goes back and forth on the rope. Yeah, he's been doing that all night. I finally had to shut him off because it got a little weird. And then you can see kind of. Let me see if my finger. See right there.
Sure.
So that's another. That's right. The Blockies Megatron. He's absolutely correct. That's a complete Technodrome that I paid almost nothing for. That came in. Needs a little bit of cleaning. That's it. It's just real dirty. And then that is a OG mutant module right there. Nice. That is 100% complete also. So now I have 2 mutant modules, OGs, and then the one in the box. 2 in the box, I think. I'm not sure.
Not a good idea there, Tim. Not a good idea at all.
Yeah, so it's been a fucking week for pickups, man. Yeah, I don't know.
So I didn't get a lot of pickups, right? But the one thing I did get was I've been waiting for it to go on clearance at Walmart because I was like, oh, nobody's gonna buy those fucking things. I was wrong. People have been buying them, so I had this fucking just pay full price. But I got the Jaws Zen Garden.
Oh,
interesting.
Like it comes with like the little rake and shit, so you can like.
I thought about buying that,
bro. I was like, oh, nobody's gonna buy that fucking thing. I'll get it on clearance. Wrong. Everywhere I went, they were sold out. Finally found one locally. I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta buy this fucking thing. But then my birthday was a few weeks ago, and in the chat, Super, I think what the fuck is his name in chat? Is this Spectre Gundam? I don't know what the fuck Spectre Gundam is, but he sent me a gift. So he sent me one of these Q figs of Ripley in the power loader. He's like, oh, I sent you something else too. They just sent it differently. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'll expect something else. Like, but I hope you didn't like get the Predator one because I have to like start buying all these fucking things to like get the whole collection. So I'm like, did you do that? He's like, he just started laughing. He sent me like the gif of like the Predators dancing. I'm like, you son of a bitch. So
how dare you buy me a gift?
Nobody sends me free shit.
More, right? So then the other day, Amazon drops off a package. I'm like, oh, it must be the other item. And I grabbed it and I open it up and it's like a long box. I'm like, that's weird because the Predator one's kind of short. And I look at the there's like a gift receipt in there, like a gift thing, oh, happy birthday, whatever. But it says it's for the Queen Alien that matches the Ripley. So I'm like, cool, the Queen Alien. But when I actually dig in the box, it's a fucking Iron Maiden 4-pack of pops.
Nice.
Now, I don't recall this happening in the movie, but maybe I'm wrong. Is this like a Mandela effect? Was Iron Maiden in Aliens? I don't think so. So I've got this now. Apparently, he got his money back, but still, like I've got Iron Maiden pops.
It's the
I don't know
gift
what the
that
fuck I'm
keeps
doing.
on giving.
He's absolutely right. Ripley does have a class 2 rating for operating it.
Where do you
I don't know
want it?
how like she got that when like it was like 70 years in the future. Like it should be different, but it still fucking worked for her.
Yeah, it's fine. Wouldn't even sweat it. So, as I was saying, and Psycho, you were chiming in on. Is it Hono or Honyo or what is it? It's H-O-N-O, right?
It's Hono Studios. It's Hono.
Okay.
And it is owned by Hot Toys, and it was spun off of Hot Toys so that they could provide more of a bargain price. So they're going to do figures that are not as intricate. So most of the figures that they've released so far are comic figures, and they're specifically styled after the comics so that they don't have to pay for likenesses. They don't have to get incredible sculpts, right? And so
because like with comics, you have more leeway on accuracy of a face.
Yeah, and so the figures that they've done so far actually don't really have faces. So they've done two versions. They've done two versions of Wolverine, both of them masked. One of them was the brown and gold Wolverine, and the other one was the blue and gold Wolverine. Both of them sold out almost immediately because they have the cloth suits. They're styled after the essentially, to me, they look like the 90s X-Men. Yep. Except for the Wolverine looks like the one that's slightly older before they switch to the blue and gold, but it's the short, like bulky, kind of hairy arm Wolverine. They also had an amazing Spider-Man figure that I really wanted to get. No,
Hobie or whatever, or Hoki or whatever his name is.
No, it was symbiote Spider-Man, the black suit Spider-Man.
I saw that on the shelf. They just got it. I went back Monday with Sugar Drizzle, and they just got it then.
Yeah, I really wanted to get it, but at the time it came up for pre-order, I didn't have any money, and money is still tight, so I wasn't able to get it. But it was a great price when Sideshow had it up, and it looks like they literally lifted him out of the comics. In that first comic that he's on the cover, it's a reproduction of the original Spider-Man cover, but it's the symbiote suit, and it looks so cool. And that's what they're going to focus on. So that line is going to primarily focus on comic book versions of characters.
So when we were there, and they were, because I was originally looking at the Leatherface, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's super cool. And he goes, you want me to take it down? It was like 3 levels up. I'm like, no. I said, look, I love it. I don't need to spend, because those are more expensive. I'm like, I don't need to spend almost $400, whatever the hell it was, on Leatherface. It's a cool piece. Catch me a different time. I'll probably do it. But when he goes, well, here, I was looking at the Venom, because I have the Venom and the Carnage, but they have a Venom 2 from not the movie, I think from the game, because he's almost a full, like, 20 or 22 inches tall.
I had that figure. It's the Hot Toys from Spider-Man 2. It's 22 inches tall. It has changeable heads.
It's amazing looking.
4 different tongues, claw hands. Like, I haven't opened mine yet. It's still in the box because I haven't figured out where I'm going to set it. My wife just said because the thing is fucking huge. Because it's way bigger than we thought it was going to be. Like, the box is massive.
You probably said that too.
And so it is a fantastically detailed figure. I've taken the outer sleeve off of it to see the figure, and I'm super excited to get it up on the shelves. It's just until I figure out where I can put the goddamn thing, there's no reason to.
I said the same thing about the 2 Hot Toys ones I bought, and like I bought them both from the Carnage movie. And I want to buy the one that you have. Like it's like $549 though. It's insane. I like it.
No, it's you can get it for $460 on Sideshow because that's what they're charging, and it was on sale a couple of weeks ago. They had it as part of their like 3-day 15% off thing, so it's still in stock and you can get it. And it's significantly cheaper than $500.
Yeah, that was comic store, and they got to make their money, but it was comic store markup. But the cool thing with the Wolverine, Rebel Girl and I were checking it out, and he took the box down, he opened it, he pulled out the figure, he let me hold it, and he goes, check out the skin.
Yeah.
And it was fucking creepy how I'm touching his skin and I'm like, God, it feels so real. And then like they did the thing like where they made him like do the bicep, and there's no, I love it. There's no joints. You don't see any joints. You don't see any weird things. It looks like a statue that you're positioning. There's no stupid articulation marks. And I think that's huge. And for something that was $210, it does not get any more reasonable than that.
No. And their figures are really, really great. Like I said, it was heartbreaking not to have the money to be able to buy Symbiote Spider-Man, because Weizie will tell you, like, that's Symbiote Spider-Man has always been right up there with my favorite. It's Symbiote Spider-Man and the original Scarlet Spider design are my favorite Spider-Man things.
With the webbing wings or whatever?
No. With the hoodie with the sleeves cut off and the
spider
on it. Like, that's the original one that I thought was fantastic.
So that skin, right? Like where they do it, you don't see the arms, like it's real skin. One of the problems that a lot of the figures have is that when you have that figure, you can't leave them posed. Like you have to kind of keep them like stationary, because if you leave them posed for too long, it starts screwing up that material and it'll eventually give way and it starts ripping and shit. Now, I don't know if they've perfected it over the years, but that was one of the huge complaints, especially about different Spider-Man and stuff that had like the same thing, like their suits, is that they start ripping if you leave them in dynamic positions for too long. It starts wearing down really quick.
That's
I heard the same thing, but allegedly they started fixing that because the very first Spider-Man the game figures that came out, people complained that you couldn't pose them as dynamically as the website showed you. And then for the second Spider-Man game, when they started releasing figures, apparently they kind of fixed that problem. And I don't know if you actually got to see the Venom out of the box, Tony, but the symbiote texture that they put on that Venom figure is fantastic. I can grab my symbiote Spider-Man Hot Toys figure so you can actually see the texture on the skin if you want, because that one's out of the box and it's the exact same thing, but they did a fantastic job. Like, it is absolutely one of the most beautiful figures, figure designs that I think Hot Toys has done.
I want it just because of, like, when I bought the Carnage and I bought the Venom, I wanted them because they matched, right, from the movie. So that was cool. I bought the pair. That was fine. But the other one, and I almost bought it that day, like I said, he's 22 inches tall, but he's so much broader.
So you can kind of see the wrinkles that Chris is talking about in the costume.
Yeah.
But you can straighten them up, and it doesn't have that anymore.
Oh, but see, those wrinkles are fine. It's the actual like the elbow. If you have it bent too far in a dynamic pose, that the elbow part where it's stretched will start ripping.
But you can see the shine here, which is supposed to be like the oozy, like skin.
Yeah.
And they did a great job. And Venom is just like that, because I've actually seen him out of the box in the store. So it's exciting. Eventually, I'll get my collectible room set up, and then we'll have
a better background.
Kiss my ass.
I wish 90% of what was behind me was like, I don't know. I'm getting more and more where I just want the cases and that's it. But so they had the one Hot Toy, not Hot Toy, it's that company again.
Hano Studios, yeah.
Yeah, I always want to say, is it Hobie? Who's the punk Spider-Man?
It's Hobie Brown. It's Spider-Punk.
Yeah, so they had him.
But that's a Hot Toys figure, not a Hono Studios figure.
Okay, the thing was the scale was exactly the same as the Hono Studios.
Yep.
But holy shit, he was amazing too.
Yeah, so the line that they did for Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse and then Across the Spider-Verse has been absolutely amazing. And Hobie is part of that line.
Do you have Hobie?
I do not. Yeah, I mean, these things are so expensive. I really focus on only a couple of things. So I have the Spider-Man movie Hot Toys figures from No Way Home. So I have the Spider-Man 2 version of Doc Ock, the Spider-Man 1 version of Green Goblin, the No Way Home version of Green Goblin, and then I have Spider-Man I have Tobey Maguire and I have Tom Holland, and then I have the Spider-Man 2 video game figures. So I have Symbiote Spider-Man, which I showed you, regular Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and the Venom figure. I also have the anti-Venom figure on pre-order, which looks incredibly cool. I don't know if you've played the game, but it looks a lot like the comic version of.
Well, anti-Venom's badass to begin with.
Anti-Venom, yeah. So it's super cool looking.
I would like to see. I think if they did an entire Hot Toys symbiote line, that would be phenomenal. I mean, there's tons of symbiotes, right?
They've done a lot. They
I mean,
actually
like, they don't
have done a
have
lot.
like Toxin, right? They didn't make Toxin yet.
No, they have. So from different iterations, they have Venom and Carnage from the second Venom movie, which look fantastic, but they're taller than
I have
a lot of
those,
the
yeah.
other figures. They have Iron Man Venomized. They have a
Really?
couple, yeah, and it's a comic version, but it looks very interesting. Like it's got tendrils that have turned metallic coming out of one side, and you see like the Venom like overtaking everything. It's a really cool design. And the figure is slightly bigger. They have a Venomized Deadpool that Hot Toys did, which is also super cool, but he's much bigger. Like he looks like Eddie Brock when he's bulked out as Deadpool.
Yeah, I've got the Marvel Legends did one of him, and he's massive.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. That's a fucking. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna share screen. So this is the Venomized Iron Man.
Now, did that happen in the comics?
Yes.
Okay.
In the comics, they did like a whole run of comics where Venom was just overtaking and infecting everybody.
Yeah. I know that's why I get like the Venomized Cap and Black Panther and all that I've got. I was just curious. I'd never seen the Venomized Iron Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty goddamn amazing.
And the Venomized Deadpool is also really great.
Yeah, but he's massive though. He's like,
I mean, I just can't afford to buy all the awesome Hot Toys figures. I have more than I probably need.
We all have more shit than we probably need. That's why we have a podcast.
I have the Electro, the Jamie Foxx Electro from No Way Home.
Sorry.
The one that actually looks like Electro's supposed to look, not the blue one.
Jamie Foxx.
I got the
he was good on No Way Home though. It definitely looked much better in No Way Home.
I got the Scarlet Spider figure they did for the first Spider-Man game. I have 1989's Batman. I have both Christopher Reeve figures, the regular and the evil one from Superman 3. I have Luke Skywalker. I got the Batman Begins Christian Bale suit. I got Henry Cavill's Man of Steel costume. And I think that's
badass if they did a Witcher, man. They need to do a Witcher. That'd be badass.
I think they did.
Oh.
I think there is a Witcher figure. I don't know if it's Hot Toys, but I think there is a 1/6 scale Witcher figure. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I'm good. No Hot Toys.
Chris, I keep telling you, man, like I think you need to buy 2 of them.
These are my first
I keep
2.
Telling you to blow it out your ass. So.
And I'm telling you what, dude, I bought those first 2, and now I get it. I understand. Like,
well, and Chris and I have had this argument for years, Tony, and it's Chris's like main collectible love. Again, in my opinion, would be Alien and Predator, right?
Sure.
And just recently, Hot Toys remastered their original, because they did the original Predator movie, Predator, like 12 or 15 years ago, and it looked great, but there was a lot wrong with it that they had been able to kind of fix over the years. They just put that one up recently as re-release, right? And it looks absolutely phenomenal. And then they brought out the big chap figure from Alien, the first Alien movie, and that one's been completely remastered and redone. And I told Chris, it's like, you don't have to buy the whole line. Buy the very first Predator, the one that started it all, and the very first Alien. And these are like the master figures of them. And
that's AVP.
Yeah, that's the AVP one. If you go to sideshow.com and you just type in Predator, it should pop up and you should see it there because it should still be available for pre-order. But it is an awesome looking figure. And I've been trying to convince Chris for the last several months that he should definitely get it.
So buy it for me, you rich motherfucker.
I don't have any money. I can't even buy the stuff that I want. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to figure out how I'm gonna pay for the new Turtles that launched today for pre-order. So up in the right-hand corner, there's a search thing, there's a magnifying glass. Just type in Predator, yeah, or Predator Hot Toys.
My thing is this, because I know me, and if I buy one, I'm going to want to buy the others. I'm not gonna.
Right there, it says Predator 2.0. It's $300.
Yep, I'm good.
Oh, it's pretty goddamn impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. I can't say it's not amazing. I can't say, oh, it's ugly, so I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it because I know damn well if I buy it, I'll want the others. And at $300 a piece, to try and track down the other ones that are going to be even more expensive because they're not being produced anymore, no, it's not happening.
Allegedly, they're going to do a 2.0 for the City Hunter as well.
That's fine. But I'm talking about they have like the Samurai Predator that looks insanely good. Like they did a bunch of random Predators, and I'd want them all. And no, I'm not Pokemoning it. And to prevent me from Pokemoning it, I'm not buying any.
That's it.
I don't buy any. I don't have to worry about it. The fuck? Dinosaurs all of a sudden.
Well, no, I was curious. I'm like, okay, well, I know Sideshow does a lot of statues too, right?
Yeah.
So they also sell third-party stuff through their website, obviously, because they showed Ghostbusters, and Sideshow doesn't do Ghostbusters.
I kind of want to show that Hono. There it is.
Yep.
That's all they're showing, though. Shop all, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So this is like, these are like the Wolverine that I saw. They had this there too.
Yeah, I still want it, and eventually I might be able to get it, but right now I just don't have it. I mean, we're all in that boat, but I just don't have it.
I don't like that.
You know what's crazy? As cool as it is, I get more of a Mego vibe from this particular one
because of the costume. Yeah,
because the costume
looks like pajamas.
I mean, like depending on when it's supposed to be, right? Because if it's when he actually has a symbiote on him, it shouldn't look like fabric. It should look like a symbiote.
But it does. It looks like fabric. If you go back,
versus when the symbiote leaves him and he makes a suit to be stealth, then it makes sense that it would look like that because it's supposed to be another suit, no longer a symbiote. But like I said, it depends on when it's supposed to be.
Well, just remember that when the symbiote first started, in the Secret Wars comic, it looked like fabric, right? Because it was mimicking, they thought it was a clothing machine, and he didn't know it wasn't clothing until he got back to Earth and tried to take it off, and it wouldn't come off. And he was pulling on clothing and trying to cut it off, and it looked like clothes, but it wouldn't cut. He couldn't do anything. And then he went to see Dr. Connors. No, in the original comic, it wasn't Dr. Connors. It was Mr. Fantastic. And they tested it and discovered that it was something alive.
Wait. Sorry. In Amazing Spider-Man you're talking about?
I'm talking about in the actual original comic line.
Right, Amazing or Spectacular? I can't remember which. I thought the Lizard was amazing.
So I'm not talking about the Lizard. I'm talking about, I misspoke when I said Dr. Connors. I was talking about Mr. Fantastic. Because
hold on, so like, and I'm not sure which line. I'm sorry. No, this is good. I enjoy somebody can actually talk about it. So
fuck you.
You have Chris, just log off. So you got Spectacular, you have an Amazing, and Connors becomes the Lizard, but Mr. Fantastic, I don't know. He doesn't become anything. Isn't he just Mr. Fantastic?
I mean, because he's part of the Fantastic Four, so it's just Reed Richards.
Right. So yeah. Is he? I'm trying to make sure my timelines are good. Are we talking about Amazing or Spectacular?
I don't remember, but let's see.
Either way, I know it comes from space, and that's how he ends up going to him to have him test it.
Well, so it doesn't actually come from space. That's something from the 90s cartoon. The space origin came from the 90s cartoon. Originally, Symbiote Suit Spider-Man debuted in the Secret Wars comic series.
Yep.
And in one of the early battles, there's an explosion, and Spider-Man gets caught in that explosion, and it damages his costume.
Where
and
was
when
the
he
explosion?
it was on Battle World or whatever the hell they called the planet where the Beyonder took a bunch of the heroes and a bunch of the villains and stuck them on this planet and said, you're going to fight it out here. Whoever wins gets to go back to Earth and be in charge.
Cool. So space.
No.
It sounds like space.
When the meteorite hits the Earth, it comes from space. It doesn't come from space because he goes into a machine that they tell him makes clothes, but no one actually directs him to it. They're like, oh yeah, there's a machine in there that'll make you clothes. He gets in this weird looking machine and he tells it, I want clothes. And it makes this black costume for him. And when he gets back to Earth, he starts feeling weird. He tries to get rid of the costume and discovers after going to Mr. Fantastic that it's alive and he can't just take it off. Exactly.
So it sounds like he was in space.
It sounds like my foot's about to be somewhere.
I mean,
when he said black costume, I really thought there was going to be a basketball jersey involved, but this is what we got. So,
yeah. See,
Tim, if you're still on, we love you, man. I don't remember enough about Secret Wars, but I can tell you this: I'm going to go back and buy the comics, or even a graphic novel, and probably go back and reread it.
So Gustavo's asking if you guys remember the Talking Venom and Wolverine. That I don't remember.
Were those the ones that came out for the 95 Spider-Man the Animated Series cartoon? They did one with Peter Parker who could turn into Spider-Man and talks, and I think that there was also a talking Carnage and a talking Venom. If that's what he's talking about, I don't remember.
Could they? All I know is that Venom came from space. So
no, that's not what happened.
So if he's talking about, this is 1994, though. This is at the peak of...
As Joe says, any other planet than Earth is space.
No, space is space.
And it's in space.
And so is Earth. Then Earth is space, too.
No.
Yes. Your logic dictates that
first of all, where have you been? Everything revolves around Earth. Duh.
Yeah.
And we're flat, apparently. Duh.
Speak for yourself.
And there was, if I remember correctly, there was a Carnage and a Spider-Man with that as well.
Is that what he's talking about? Those fucking things? Those are from Toy Biz, aren't they?
Usually, yeah. Well, these might not be, actually.
Do you guys remember, and this just because you brought up that talking Venom, it reminded me, the original 1993 Super Mario movie, and there was a talking Mario and a talking Luigi, and have you guys seen how expensive those damn things are?
No, but it's a terrible goddamn movie.
It is a terrible movie, but again...
Hold on. Is it really terrible, though?
It's a terrible Mario movie. It's not a terrible movie. It's a terrible Mario movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. It's all right. So let's just equate it to something like Tank
There's
Girl.
bad aspects.
So I love Tank Girl. It holds a place in my heart in the 90s. She had comics. She had everything. She was a cool chick. The actor, I wish I could remember her fucking name right now, but she's in a bunch of shit. But she's always really wild and crazy, and it was a great character for her to play. But it was a weird Tank Girl movie. It had 90s. I guess I can't really. All right, no, I can't equate it.
It's the girl from A League of Their Own. It's
Madonna.
She has the same name as a famous classic rock artist. Last name Lori Petty.
Damn it!
So
before I can even get to it, you got it. Yeah. So yeah, I like Tank Girl. It was fairly true to the comic, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, what the hell was the other thing we were just talking about? What was the other comic? The other
Secret Wars.
Mario.
Yeah, it's like it's bad, but it's 90s good, if that makes sense.
You know, like I said, if you took Mario Brothers and removed the name Mario Brothers and removed Mario and Luigi Mario and just had them these different fucking names, you'd be like, oh, this isn't a bad movie. It's entertaining. It's a popcorn flick. It's stupid comedy. You enjoy it. But when you're sitting there like, This is supposed to be Mario Brothers. The king is fungus. Like, what the fuck are we watching right now? Apparently, John's getting harassed by a dog.
Yeah.
And trying to smother it to death.
So it's gonna drive you fucking nuts. That's what it was. So you could have just called it Bob and John Go on an Adventure.
You could have. Could you imagine they made that Mario Brothers movie instead of, Mario Brothers? They use like Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, Jesus
Christ, dude.
I'd watch that.
Oh, man.
Wait. What is this?
What? So there was symbiotic all over Mario Brothers movie, but it was only mushrooms. That shit was on Earth. Different thing. It wasn't on Earth. It was in Mario World.
It was in the Mushroom Kingdom. Yeah.
Which is in, it's somewhere in pipes.
It's where all the potheads live. Welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom, dude.
And it was fungus, not symbiotic.
I mean, it kind of, but you're right. It was definitely fungus.
I thought the Goombas were funny, but basically all they were was the shrunken head guy from Beetlejuice with a dinosaur mask.
Yep.
But they were funny. You're not wrong. Like I said, it's a horrible Mario Brothers movie, but fun movie.
I will say I always liked the costumes that Mario and Luigi were wearing in the movie. I thought it actually looked like a real world rendition of Mario.
Overalls?
I could see that. I didn't like
the whole way they did it, the boots and all the other stuff. Like, I thought it was great.
I think the princess thing was kind of stupid. The whole story there. I think the towns they were in was stupid, where everything's futuristic, like they're riding in the like Cadillacs. Like it was like watching Back to the Future and Super Mario mixed together.
Kinda, yeah.
Like in the future part of Back to the Future. And then Yoshi is like
a mini T-Rex.
Yeah, a shit rendition of Jurassic Park.
So it's funny because I don't even remember Yoshi in that movie. If somebody mentioned Yoshi, I'm like, Yoshi was in that? I don't even fucking remember Yoshi being in that.
Oh my god.
He was abused and bleeding, and the princess saves him, and he doesn't get much screen time.
Sounds about right.
Huh. Yeah, he's honest to Christ, he's a fucking dinosaur in the movie, like a baby dinosaur.
I mean, here's the question. We had a topic for today. We want to get into that, or we just gonna let it go?
Oh, I mean, this is what happens. We got 7 minutes left. I mean, look at this shit, man. Hold on. Promise I'm not doing anything weird. It's Raven. She's down next to my side. She just wants to be pet. I can't help it. The ladies love me. All right. So look at his fucking face.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, hey. You got fucking Yoshi over here.
Oh, yeah, I do remember Yoshi now. Now that I see it, I do remember that.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
Never fucking happened. So, yeah, I'll touch on the topic. So, the original topic for tonight, and Psycho, you're good for this one, I'm sure, man, is I was just thinking about, and there's a 1,000 different reasons why, but I'm thinking about toys in general.
I mean,
it's the entire podcast we've been doing for the last couple of years. And so I've been thinking about why and how toys keep progressing. And I'm not talking about like, and I guess you could equate it to that also, and I'll get to that in a minute, but I'm not talking about like 50s toys or, 60s toys, because like they were made out of, whatever materials were available. It was things like pop guns and Westerns, and everything is very realistic for whatever is big at that time. So if in the 60s, it's like, hey, cowboys and Indians, we're the cowboys and we're strong. Those are the toys kids had,
right.
Pop guns and like wooden horses and shit like that. Girls were conditioned to be wives, so they're conditioned to play with babies or, play ovens and, hey, I can do laundry like mommy, shit like that. And then you got into the 80s, and then it got a little more extreme, right? The 70s were done. Those kind of toys went away, and it went into boys were playing with, war toys because they were real Americans, or they played with Transformers, and women, girls played with She-Ra, and things progress. And as what's up?
I said, oh, the fucking 70s and those shitty Star Wars toys.
Well,
Well,
also the Star Trek toys.
but
right,
in the
which-
70s, little girls were not playing with Princess Leia. She was just
No.
part of the story.
I was
Little
just
girls-
talking shit about the
What?
70s and their shitty
Well, I'm
movies.
just saying, but little girls were playing with like, fuck, that might have been 60s. It might have been too late, but like you had Chatty Cathys and shit like that. So like they're playing with those older toys. They're still playing with dolls and whatnot, Barbies and whatnot. But the boys were playing with Star Wars, and you got in the 80s and like, you know, mixture of toys. So the reason I say that is because I was thinking about today and the toys that are on shelf. And we've talked before about quality and just how shitty some toys have gotten. I'll tell you right now, anybody who ever collects Transformers will tell you right now, regular Hasbro Transformers you buy off the shelf, the legend scales are garbage at best. You buy this piece of plastic with 4 limbs, he moves 2 ways, and he's done. And you're paying 3 times what you should for it. It's not like a GoBot where you got a solid-ass metal toy. That's how I equate to transformations. You got a solid-ass metal toy, rubber tires. Yeah, he only articulated like 2 different ways, but you got a little bit more for your money. And so I was thinking about all these superposable figures and superposable toys and all these intricate things that they do, like NECA and whatnot. And I kept thinking, why are we there? Are we there because toy manufacturers are saying, hey, kids are stuck on electronics. They don't want to play with toys. We can't like bring them to captivate them enough to buy the toys or to ask their parents for the toys because maybe the toys aren't cool enough? Or is it collectors want something more? Or is it we just have the technology now and so we can build them this way? Because Reaction, Super 7, when they did the Reaction series, and not a lot of people like them, I do. They did a Robotech line. It was like 7 figures. I bought them. I love them. They're carded Robotechs. They don't do anything other than they can hold a gun. Their arms move like this. Their legs move, and that's it. They did the same thing for the first 4 or 5 waves of G.I. Joe. And now, if you didn't notice, Reaction said, we're not doing that. The reaction no movement line is gone, and now they look just like any other 3 3/4 Joe you would have bought as a kid.
Yeah, because
So
they brought back, I
it,
think, the rubber band too, right? I think they have.
They do. They have O-rings now.
Yeah.
So why is it that manufacturers said back in the 80s up till now, right? So you got a long span to go over. Think about old X-Men toys, old, Secret War, Spider-Man, whatever toys, Superpower toys. What happened that they said, that articulation, we can't have that anymore. We have to have something that does all these other crazy things, or we're not going to sell anymore.
Well, guys, thanks for coming to the cast. That's us for tonight.
It's a lot. I'm sorry, but it was supposed to be the beginning of the cast.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's so basically, I just want to make sure I fully understand what you're asking. You're asking why did we go from 5 points of articulation Ninja Turtles to NECA turtles that are fully articulated, 36 points of articulation.
Yes. What is the need?
I know what this dog needs right now.
My only assumption, and it's most likely wrong.
Your wife is very aggressive, man.
That's the dog.
So, my only assumption would be that the kids who had the turtles and had a hard time putting them in the turtle van because their legs only went like this, or putting them in the Technodrome because their legs only went like this, right?
Yeah.
I feel like those kids or those adults at the time, maybe young teenagers, became the sculptors. They're like, oh, well, we had such issues enjoying the figures fully because we couldn't get them to do what we wanted them to do. So let's make them do what we want them to do. That would be my only consideration. Maybe not even kids, but maybe like adults at the time who work for other companies. Like, oh, well, look what Playmates has. Oh, yeah, this would be cool. Oh, what if we can make their knee bend? And then just kind of went from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's partly what Chris is saying, and it's partly something that you mentioned when you were posing the question, Tony. I think that it's the people that are buying toys now are not the kids, right? Like when I was a kid, when you were kids, when Chris was a kid, it was You saw a toy, you wanted a toy like you saw it in the Toys R Us magazine or the Walmart magazine or whatever it was, and you wanted it. Now kids don't want toys. They want electronics. And a lot of the toys that are being produced for collectors, right? People who had them when they were kids and maybe their parents made them get rid of them. Or maybe they had them as a kid, but they couldn't do all the things they wanted to do when they were a kid, like Chris was saying. Or maybe they just want to be able to say, here's where it started, here's where it is. And then I think a lot of it, like Chris said, is there's an element to this thing where the people who are in the positions now making those decisions are us, people our age, right? And so, okay, I loved this toy when I was a kid because we all have toys and we look back like, we love this toy. And now I have the ability to make that toy. So if I'm going to make that toy, if I'm going to work on that toy line, what do I want to see? I want to see more interactivity, right? Like I want to see that I can pose this figure and put it in poses that I could only dream of as a kid, right? It's that thing where why does Shredder look like he's got a humpback, right? Well, because he couldn't fit in the box. As adults, we know that. And it's like now when they're doing the Shredder, when they did the remaster, they didn't bend him over like that he stands up.
But
right?
So people reviewed it like, I wish my Shredder couldn't stand. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys, stop bitching.
Yeah. But it's like
I'm sorry, but my thing is that accurate for current, right? We can say that about right now, but you got to remember when you go from Toy Biz or like when they were doing like the superpowers, the Marvel, I don't know if there were superpowers back then. Though I know it was DC with superpowers, whatever the hell. But you had Marvel characters that were the same G.I. Joe-esque style, the 5 points, right? But then at some point in the mid-90s is when they started doing Marvel Legends, and they made that first Spider-Man that had like 30-something points of articulation.
Yeah.
Like, that jump there, that wasn't done by a kid who had the superpowers in 1992. He didn't get a job in 1995 to make the super articulated one. Like, what kind of pushed that? And I can only assume it was the people in the companies who are like, hey, let's make one that can do these types of features that other toys can't do because...
That's kind of my point, though.
Well, because toys became less for kids and more for adults at that point.
No.
Kids are going to just...
You think the 90s made the pivot?
90s?
I think so.
No.
I mean, I honestly think so. Look at the people that were reading comics back then. And a lot of the first things you get, a lot of the first toys you got with superior articulation were all comic characters.
But you say that, right? You say, look at the people who were reading comics back then. When I was a kid in the 90s and I was reading comics, I look at the people reading them. It was other fucking kids.
But it was also adults. It was also...
I know that. I wasn't watching what the fucking adults were. I was watching what kids were doing.
Yeah, but my point is, like, when you are trying to market a premium toy, you're not marketing that to children. When we were kids, you weren't marketing that to kids. Because the parents are going to be like, oh, look at all these parts. They're going to break. I'm not spending the money on that. But the adults, the collectors who wanted a cool display piece to put up, okay, well, I'm going to put that in. I'm going to do that.
I mean, I think it comes down to the perfect example, actually, would be somebody like Todd McFarlane, right? Who sits there and loves toys. He gets excited when, like, I can see him sitting there when he was drawing, like, whatever, starting McFarlane Toys with his Spawn figures, like, oh, well, we could do this. Like, you get these people who just are passionate about their hobby or their job of sculpting, and they want to do the best they can and just step up that level. And at that point, I can see being like, oh, who's going to buy this? Oh, well, you know, maybe we can go for an older audience who will spend more on this, which would, at that point, would have been teenagers. Young adults, maybe.
And then as people went to it and were more willing to buy the slightly more expensive figures, then more articulation was put, more detail was put, the price went up again. And that's why I'm saying, like, right now with toys aren't marketed to kids. They're marketed to us.
Well, that's now.
Right? Like, and there was an article on CNN a couple of months ago that was talking about that specifically. Like, the toy industry has kind of had a bit of a resurgence, but it's not children that are buying them. It's adults. It's people that were kids in the 80s and the early 90s. And there's like this whole article, and I read it, and it was really fantastic about what they were saying, but it's true. It used to be you marketed toys to children for Saturday morning cartoons, and that's what they're about. There's no marketing for children anymore. It's about adults, which is why we're seeing He-Man, which is why we're seeing Ninja Turtles, which is why we're seeing Transformers, which is why we're seeing Power Rangers and all those other things.
What's up, Cuban guy?
Everything's a fucking crossover, man.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that's current. But like to figure out why the original change happened, you have to look back in the 90s. Like that doesn't work as well from then to now. Now that's absolutely it. That's
Speaking
absolutely
of crossovers, and not to change the subject because we'll get back to it, but it just popped in when you said crossover. Did you guys see that Marvel and DC are doing their first crossover in like years, and it's Deadpool and Batman?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought it was stupid.
No.
I didn't think it was stupid. I thought it was fake. So that's cool. This is real.
Do you
Somebody
remember
posted a
Zero
picture.
Hour?
No.
Huh?
You guys remember 0 Hour, the comics, where it was Batman and the Joker crossed over and became something? And then you had, no, I'm sorry, not Batman and Joker. Joker and Hyena became a character. And then you had Batman and Wolverine, and he became Darkclaw.
But that was a different company. That was a third-party company that made those comics. That wasn't a crossover between Marvel and DC.
No, I understand, but it was still all the characters.
Yeah.
I mean,
crossing over.
That's
a missed opportunity for toys, because I would have bought every freaking figure they could have made for. What, do you got one?
No, my dog is being annoying, and I'm trying to get him to lay down.
Oh yeah, they could be like that.
I mean, no, you're right, Tony. Like that would be something that I think people would go after, and that's where you start seeing the third parties overseas where they'll start doing things like that. I'm surprised they haven't, because they don't have to worry about licensing and shit. You know what I mean? They'll just be like, "Oh, look at this," and
like,
that's what it is.
I love Azrael, Asbats, like the whole Nightfall, Night Quest, Night's End. That is all one of my favorite things for Batman. And Azrael, where he got introduced. Now he had his own comics for the longest time, but Azrael didn't get famous until you saw him in the Batman line, because he took up the mantle of the Bat. Azrael will always be my favorite character. I'd love to see. First of all, I'd love to see a fucking Hot Toys Azrael. He doesn't get any love like that.
They've done figures. They've done figures for the Arkham series, so it's not outside the realm of possibility. They just.
But I want every rendition. I want him in the bat suit. I want him in his version of the bat suit with the blue and the gold. I want him in his version of the bat suit where he goes nuts. He's got a fucking flamethrower. I want that. I want OG Azrael where he's in like the medieval gear. He's just a great damn character, man.
He is, but I don't think you're going to get all those things. If Hot Toys does it, it's probably going to be the way he looked in the Arkham series in his white costume. And that'll kind of be it, which will still look awesome, but it's not going to be the 1 million renditions.
I want Jean-Claude in all of his goodness.
I mean, you could get the one and then just hire somebody to make the costumes and just put them on as you please.
No, I should totally buy a $300 toy and have somebody customize it.
Well, no, because the costumes come off, right? So you have to make the costumes. You put them on yourself.
He's naked.
It's like a Barbie. You just, do what you want with it.
No. Some of the costumes on the figures, I guess, can come off, but a lot of them are created in such a way that they are not removable unless you cut them apart.
Oh, well. It's not my problem. I'm not buying it. That's not my problem.
You can't see her. She's sorry. It's Raven. She's being the baby. She's like on her back, and she's like, "Touch me."
My dog is currently hopping around my wife, trying to get her to pay attention.
Is it on the hind legs? Because that's hilarious.
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. Chris does that.
He's a fool.
It'd be weird if I didn't walk on my two legs. That would be really strange.
Yeah, so like kind of my point though, right? So I just keep thinking about like Playmates does these reissues of the Turtles, and it's awesome. I don't have a problem with that. It's really cool. But somebody, well, not somebody, but the reluctant adult, like I told you, I've been following them a lot. And he was talking about the collector stations at Walmart.
Right.
Like that they're building these big, huge collector stations because he
It's
even said, he goes,
my local one doesn't have that big center cap. Like one of my local ones has that big center aisle piece with the whole setup. But the one that's closest to me, they just have an end cap, just a straight up end cap that has one of the big plastic boxes on it and everything there. Like they didn't get the entire middle thing. They just got like an end cap. I haven't seen anybody post pictures of that one.
So neither of my Walmarts, and they're pretty close to me, Neither of them have the setup at all. But most of the Walmarts I've seen where people are posting, and then the one he posted, they have this whole like freaking display. It's huge, and they have the glass box on top, and it's like Star Wars is usually on one end, like superheroes on the other. And he goes, first of all, they're not even trying. They're leaving Walmart employees to set up these figures in any type of way. That's what the guy said.
So just from my years at Toys R Us, now obviously things could change, but like
Yeah, they're
Toys
not
R Us,
open
we
anymore,
would get
so,
the
yeah.
we'd get the same type of things,
Yeah,
right? The
this movie.
big plexiglass Lego displays, right, where the Legos are built in the display. We didn't build them shits; it got shipped to us like that, and we just put it up there.
Mhm.
There's no reason for it to build like. So I have a feeling, because all the displays I've seen have looked very similar, that it was just sent from Hasbro and sent to Walmart. Walmart puts them up.
Well, then
Now,
it's
whether or
pretty
not they get
terrible.
knocked around in shipping and they get knocked over and shit, that's different. Because it's hard to open those things.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible then, because what this guy was showing was just like, here's a figure, he's standing up, he's fully articulate, but he's just standing there. Here's another guy, I have a gun, pew pew, that's it. Like, it's not, they're not taking full advantage of the display and the characters they have.
Yeah, no, they should really like for like the Star Wars one, they should put like a diorama background piece, show them like fighting or something, like really made it enticing. They definitely didn't do that.
Yeah.
But people are already trying to figure out what they have to do to get the displays from Walmart once they get rid of it.
Well, so they brought that up too, and one of the other things they said was, Walmart, we can appreciate what you're doing, but here's the reality. You had a collector section. You don't keep up on it. And so what ends up happening is you sell out of half of the product, and the shit that's still there, you don't discount unless it's damaged. And so they get stale, and so people don't go look at it. So it's going to happen the same thing with this collector section. They're going to have this whole thing going on. People are going to go to look at it. Oh, I want to get a figure or whatever. If it's not there, they want, all right, they're going to walk away. Eventually, you're going to have a clear case with all of the shelf warming clearance figures underneath.
Yeah.
So ideally, and it's you're absolutely right, because what'll happen is that, but the essence of they have that whole center island thing that you've been seeing online, right? With the eyes and teeth, that's all you can see. So you have the whole center island thing, and it's all planogrammed, right? So like it's all a planogram. These figures go here, these ones go here. As those run out, if Hasbro doesn't send them either new stock to put in there and redo the planogram, they're just going to let it empty out. And once it empties out, then they'll start just throwing whatever the fuck they need space for, and then it'll look like a hot mess. But the thing is how do you sit there and have a planogram? So I don't know which Star Wars figures were in there, but I know for like the WWE, it's like Ken Shamrock and a few others. Like, how do you have a planogram, then be like, oh, well, here's all these John Cena's and The Rock, but your advertisement on top is like Ken Shamrock. Like, they have to be able to change all that shit out. And Walmart.
That, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I know John Cena and everything else you said.
Well, like I said, I don't know any of the Star Wars characters that were there, right? So I'll just give examples. So if you have
Sure
these
Shamrock
four characters in,
Star
if you
Wars
have four characters in a display, right? That's who's in the planogram. What side? What? 4? Yes, 4.
Yep.
So if you have 4 characters in display,
yep,
and the planogram below them, that's who's on the planogram, is those 4 characters. That's why they're being shown off. So in 2 months, those figures are old. They're not going to send them new figures, right?
Okay.
And then it gets emptied out. Because what are they going to do? Put new figures there that aren't on the display now, but they're in the planogram? Like, it's going to get old real quick.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you can't open those boxes and swap them out. But yeah, people want the boxes. And if anything like Lego will not let you take the boxes. Like, because I used to talk to the vendor who came to our Toys R Us, and she got me the monsters. They had like the Monster Fighters or Monster Hunters line. She got me the entire fucking it was like the haunted house and everything. She got me the display, but she had to give me just the Legos. She had to keep the actual acrylic case. She wasn't allowed to give that away. Some people get them because people don't care about their jobs, but if they do it correctly, they're not supposed to give away the case. and the Legos are glued together, so you can't even take them apart.
So interject, take 2 seconds, and say, "We love you, Mama Johnny."
Has she been counting the swears? Like,
I don't know. She might have been. Sweet lady, but anyway. So I guess again, back to my original point. Like I know, like we have these collectors areas now in Walmart. Target's like hit and miss, right? Some Targets do, some Targets don't. But my original really thought was toys and why they are. Why do we need accessories? Why are there so much articulation? Like, it's almost too much. Like if you buy a figure, it's got 4 heads and 75 accessories. I mean, what the hell are you doing with this?
Yeah, I mean, because they're not for play anymore; they're for display.
I agree, but if you display that figure, I mean, again, I guess John, like, what do you do with the rest of the fucking accessories?
so I have tubs over there full of accessories.
Yeah, I put them in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, it's kind of my point, though.
Right on the bag with a Sharpie what it's from, and just toss it in a box.
But it's wild because it's like people complain, "Oh, we didn't get enough accessories with this character." Well, you can only position them one way.
Yeah,
So,
unless it's like the Punisher, where you could like strap 14 different guns to him in different holsters. Like, what the hell are you gonna do with that many accessories? Like, there's just no need for it.
And then some companies get it wrong. Like, I love the 2012 Ninja Turtle figures, but I'm very frustrated that all of the figures except for Leo have a face with eyes open. They have like the white eyes and then the other regular eyes, and Leo has no eyes.
So
it's like, why did you do that? Why did you have his eyes closed?
From the way it was not the way they explained it, but the way somebody pointed it out, and I'm like, all right, that kind of makes sense. Is that you have obviously the fighting eyes, white out, aggression, fighting eyes.
Yeah.
And then they all have, it's not normal eyes, they're all cartoony eyes, right? So it's not just like normal vision, like a normal straight face. That's why like Donnie has like the bigger eyes, Mikey, like their eyes aren't normal. They're just like an expression from the show. And Leo is the meditating face. But I agree, it's weird that he doesn't have just open eyes at some point. But I have a feeling that's just going to lead to an accessory pack that you'll get extra heads, and that's what that's going to.
But okay, so to that point, why not just have the characters? If you want to give them accessories, you come with 2 heads, the white eyes and the regular eyes. That's it.
Yeah.
They just, I don't understand.
Absolutely.
Accessory.
I mean, who's really going to display them without the white eyes? Because the white eyes look sick.
The white ones are the best, yeah. So, like, unless you're going to be all cartoony about it. But, like, to that point, Damien, when I bought him the first round of, like, when the first 4-pack of the Cartoon Brothers came out, Damien had all of the NECA turtles that I had. So he had, and he opened them, and that's fine. I can't do it. God bless him. He liked to open them, play with them, whatever. That's cool.
He sat there and cried the whole time.
Well, he's a kid, and he encouraged it, and I encourage it because it's like I get to actually see what it is that I bought. But
he lives vicariously through his son opening toys.
So he's playing with the toys, and that's cool. But I had to buy a tackle box because the accessories are so ridiculous. I'm like, how many fucking hands do I need for this guy? Just give me the figure with very limited accessories, and that's enough. But when they come with like this plethora of shit you don't need,
so
I'm paying for stuff I don't need.
To touch on that point, right? Because I agree. Obviously, if you have a figure that maybe give them the hands like normal hands, maybe a fist, and then a hand to hold a gun or a sword, right? Like you don't need 12 different pairs of hands. And to me, that's not even for people who are like posing or doing like a diorama. That's for me personally. It's almost like they're catering to people who are doing more of like the figure photography, who want all these different types of things because they want to put their figures in all the kinds of different like stop motion. Like there's no need for all those types of accessories. There really isn't. Weapons, okay, I can see you want to do different weapons, but fucking 12 different pairs of hands, you don't need that.
Yeah.
If anything, make like somebody did. I feel maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a company released like accessory packs of like just hands that are like kind of generic hands that you could fit on a bunch of different characters. Like do it that way. You know, a bunch of black gloved hands, white gloved hands, tan hands, whatever. To put amongst characters, do it like that. Like, there's no need to put 12 pairs of hands with anything.
So, especially if all the turtles are the same color, why couldn't you just release an accessory set that had a handful of articulated hands?
Well, the turtles
There's
aren't
some turtles who are the same size.
No, I understand, but
That's-
in the NECA world, they're either all tuned the same color, or they're all dark the same color.
Right.
But in the Super 7 world, I know they're individual colors as they should be, like the Playmates colors.
Well, and then with the 2012s, each turtle should be different sizes themselves. They're not the same body, right? But the original Turtle Toons, yeah, they're all the same body, same color skin. Why do we need so many goddamn hands?
Yeah, I guess to your point, Chris, if with the 2012s, if they wanted to give us all these extra ass accessories, just make them purchasable elsewise.
Right.
We don't
need an accessory pack.
Yeah, I don't need 25 sets of hands for Mikey. You know what I need? Ice cream fucking kitty.
Because these companies will tell you that all the accessories obviously add to the dollar, right? So the price goes up because, oh, look at all these accessories. Price goes up. Look at all this articulation. The price goes up. So it's like, no, give me a version that gives me a couple weapons, maybe an extra head. That's it. Cut the price down. Sell an accessory pack that I can then buy if I want a bunch of extra bullshit.
Go away.
Like,
sorry.
But then it'll be like, oh, well, it's not the ultimate version. Like, oh, fucking ultimate versions.
But then it's also like they pick dumb things, right? Like, we didn't need the spy roach to come with Raphael in the 2012 show. Like, we didn't need that. And we didn't need the turtle smoke bombs either for every turtle, because the only one that really uses it in the show is Michelangelo. He's the one that most often hits the smoke bomb. So we didn't need that with every turtle. We also didn't need one slice of pizza with each turtle, so we don't even get a full pizza. They could have just given us a full pizza with one of them and been done with it. Like, here, you can take this pizza apart, but they didn't do that. So we're going to have 4 slices of pizza, which is kind of stupid. But then you have that awesome gun that Leonardo uses at the end of season 1. Like, that's packaged with him, which is cool. You have that Game Boy mutagen detector that Donatello made coming with him, which is cool. But then it just, like, some of them I thought, I was like, all right, you're just adding crap to add crap at this point. Well, I mean, like, that's all that's going on.
I agree, except for the Spy Roach. Like, the Spy Roach needs to be there because he eventually becomes a giant roach. Like, he's a character.
But they could have given that to us when they gave us the Cockroach Terminator later. The same way they didn't give us Spike. They gave us the turtle that Raphael gets almost at the end of the show, the space turtle.
Right, but the little characters, I'm fine with the little characters, like the little animals, that's fine. It's all the other nonsense, like you said, like smoke bombs. I don't even fucking need 30,000 smoke bombs. I don't need any of that. But
Ice cream kitty. Sorry.
So Jose asked, if somebody wanted to start collecting figures, where should they start? My response is don't. Save the money.
If you want
don't be my competition, just don't buy it.
It's got to be passion, though, man. Like, you can't be like,
should I
just start collecting turtles because they're worth something? Well, no, collect something you're interested in.
You got to start with what you love,
right? I know some Cuban guy very well. If I were say, Jose, if you're getting ready to think about doing figures, your realm, I would say you either start buying video game related figures or WWE.
I would tell Jose, I'd get more specific than that. Like, if it was me, I would tell Jose, start buying Mortal Kombat figures. Mortal Kombat is your game. You played that professionally. Like, that is your realm.
Did he really?
To start, he did. He played Mortal Kombat.
That's really cool.
There's really no great Mortal Kombat figures. They're all.
Well, hold on. You stop talking. So he had like the OG.
It's your podcast. My bad.
I'm sorry.
He played the OG Mortal Kombat professionally?
Well, he's played a lot of them professionally, but he played, and he could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X were the ones that he focused on professionally.
Oh, the ones nobody cares. All right, cool. Nobody cares about this. All right, cool.
The ones that really, still show that Johnny Cage is boring. Yeah. So but that's where, Jose, I would start there because I know he's passionate about wrestling, Mortal Kombat. Like, there's just really no great Mortal Kombat figures unless you go to Storm, and they're really fucking expensive, and that can turn somebody off quick from trying to collect. if one figure is going to cost you $90 to $150, that can knock people out. But yeah, no, you have to do the passion. Something you love is the best way to start, and then make rules for yourself and don't break the fucking rules. Because if you break the rules, what happens is this. This is what happens when you break rules. Or that's what happens when you break a rule.
Or,
Set rules.
Jesus. I've never seen that before.
Tony's got a problem.
Yeah. That's all right. My wife is planning to have a problem too. Have you guys seen the Christmas Star Wars stuff?
I was just saying, oh my God, you're pregnant again?
No. The Christmas Star Wars stuff that Home Depot has.
No.
My wife
Chewbacca is like 7 feet tall or something.
No, but my wife really, really wants the R2D2 one. Like she wants that one, and it sold out as soon as it came available. So if you guys find it, let me know, because my wife really wants it. I'm gonna have to get it.
So Rebel Girl wants R2D2, and she wants the Chewbacca because apparently you can undress them for year round.
You can take the Christmas stuff off, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the R2D2 one has a Christmas mode and a Halloween mode.
So what you do is this, John. What you do is this. You order the Black Series R2D2 dressed as Santa Claus and just give that to her and be like, here you go.
No, because she actually wants the life-size R2 that kind of moves and makes.
I understand that.
Stuff. So, like, if I get her the other one, she will just offer me like a smothering of a pillow when I'm sleeping or something crazy like
pillow.
that.
I thought you just have something else. I'm like, we're not that kind of podcast.
No. We just became that podcast. Please elaborate.
Oh, it's after 10. We are Drinks and Toys After Dark.
Drinks and Toys After Dark. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I think it's adorable. You're still talking about Mortal Kombat, but nobody cares. So, Rebel Girl actually messaged me. She wants the Chewbacca and she wants the R2. We bought the life-size R2D2 cooler from the
from Phantom Menace.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that. That was a fun thing to get home. It's in the 4th bedroom. Don't know what I'm doing it with, but she wanted it, so we got it.
I mean, what's interesting is my wife has like our Christmas displays for outside in the yard are all Star Wars themed. And so when she saw that R2D2, she's like, oh, we got to get that. And it was also the same day that Lego announced the Christmas Star Wars Lego sets.
Do you guys build a Christmas village?
Every year. Every year my wife does the Christmas village.
So why don't, you should have gone to Ross. They had all the Ghostbuster Christmas village
Are there
stuff.
natives in your village? That'd be hilarious.
It's all, well, I mean, because Jen has a theme, right? So
I understand that, but you need to put the hammer down.
No, because
I'll be right back while you're arguing.
I don't want to be responsible for that stuff. It's much easier to just let her design what she wants and do it, because I don't want to have to do it.
Spoken like a true married man.
It's a wonderful Christmas movie. It should be in everybody's display.
Sure.
Ghostbusters 2 is Christmas, is it not?
That's not the part I was saying sure to. The part I was saying sure to is I'm going to let my wife do what she wants to do. Decorating for Christmas. She wants it to be Star Wars. She wants to have her Lego Christmas village. I'm perfectly.
Oh, it's a Lego Christmas village.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like one of those ceramic glass, ones. Okay.
No.
Different thing. So you have the Lego Ghostbuster house.
I do, but I was telling you a couple of weeks ago, it's broken. I can't display it properly. I gotta try to find new pieces for it because it won't stay together.
That's right. Bricklink. Yep.
So,
oh man. Look, Tony's back.
But yeah, so it's just a Lego Christmas village. Every year Lego releases a winter village set. And then I've been collecting it. I think it's year 14 or 15. I've been getting them for her. So it's quite large. It went from one of those plastic tables that opens up to now 3 of those plastic tables that open up.
Fun.
That sounds wild.
Huh. Oh well. Oh, well, we're at the 10:30 mark. I feel like I need to wrap it up because I'm getting old. My pull-out game ain't the same. Got to wrap it.
So we're done.
I mean, I'm getting ready to go because I have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I get it. I leave your cast always at like 11 or 10 or 10:30 because I have to get up for work. So I get it.
Yeah,
I have to
and
get up
speaking of
tomorrow.
which, Collector's Hideout's going to be shorter now because I work Fridays again. So it's going to be.
Well, hey, since we're here, let's plug it, man. So Collector's Hideout Thursday. I'm not joining this week because it's wrestling. I don't know anything about wrestling. I'd be sitting there getting drunk and probably making fun of you. So
come on, Tony. I heard you're super excited about a wrestling podcast. What is this?
I know I can't wait to wrestle other guys covered in semen. I don't know what they would use.
Oh, I don't like wrestling, but he got Sergeant Slaughter's autograph.
First of all, strictly monetary, motherfucker. But hey, so
yes, Thursday night, 9 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Collector's Hideout. We're discussing wrestling. What aspects of wrestling? Don't fucking know, but we're discussing it. Cuban guy wants to do like a little segment of like a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, or maybe teams in wrestling. But
it's like Mount Rushmore,
yeah. That's how people wrestle. Yeah, like pancakes.
Oh.
So, but yeah, that'll be Thursday night. I know Psycho's going to be there.
Yep.
Cuban guy's going to be there.
Yep.
And we might have another guest on if he can stop handling sacks and stuff at work. Not you. You don't handle sacks at work.
Oh, sorry. You got caught off
guard. We have to get a little diversity on this cast, you know.
So reach out to, if you want to, reach out to my buddy Jimmy. He knows a shitload about wrestling.
Oh, is that the guy with the belts? Who makes the belts?
Yep.
Maybe.
Jimmy the Finger.
Because we might have our other buddy Che. He might be on. He's trying to be on.
There might be an appearance, huh? That's crazy.
What's his name? Che.
I mean, our Haitian friend Che.
Che.
Yeah, CHE with a little at the end.
Yes. Hey.
I mean, we could call Weizie his like other name, Jabari.
I don't just like him. I just think
confusing.
It's,
I hope he's watching this so that he can threaten you later.
Whatever. It's funnier for me.
No, not you, Chris.
Oh, he'll threaten me. It's fine. But yeah, so that's Thursday night. It'll be our first wrestling podcast, and should be fun. We'll see how it goes.
Should we all get on there and like imitate a wrestler, like talking in a voice? Somebody could be Stone Cold. Somebody could be.
Y'all can. I'm not. Y'all can do it.
I'll jump on and just be like, "Ooh yeah, ooh, I'm here for the wrestling. Ooh, you faggots want a little excitement?"
And then when you're sitting there doing that, you just fall over dead.
Right. I'm like, "Ooh yeah, Slim Jims."
That could possibly be the worst Macho Man I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know. Slim Jim's really sold it.
Back in '85, I used to fuck the Hulk. He's dead now, but I'm still hitting it.
He's dead too, so hey.
There you go. In the afterlife, I'm still a Hulkster.
They hated one another, so.
Well, you know what?
God, this is so terrible. I'm sorry, and I apologize in advance.
That's going to be a short, just so you know.
Whatever. I wish more of these were shorts. I keep seeing you post your shorts, but not ours, and they're hilarious. I'd like you to salute our shorts.
I love that show.
Anybody? All right.
I'm hoping that we can get a great ending from Che if he shows up. Something that could be played over and over again.
We're not doing that,
guys.
We're not doing that.
We need to do this.
You can do that. I am not disrespecting that man's family.
You give me a phone number, I'll fucking do it.
Nope.
You know who we could call? I have a phone number of that I got from Psycho. Is the Playboy Mansion.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah. I've got the phone number still.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I worked for Clear Channel Radio or Clear Channel Entertainment.
Holy shit.
I did promotions, and one of the one of the years back when they were filming Too Fast, Too Furious in South Florida, one of the promotions I was doing, a couple of the people who came to one of our events, it was a Monday Night Football party, they were crew. And I don't know, back in 2001, how old was I? 16, something like that. And like I was helping the crew like do stuff as they were getting set up because they were promoting the film and everything else.
God, I'm old.
And the guy that, and I don't remember his name, but we were talking. He's like, you know what? You've been really helpful. He's like, I'm going to give you something that your friends are going to be jealous about. And he wrote down a phone number for me. And he's like, call this when you're with your friends. And he's like, it's going to score you lots of points. So when he left, the guy I worked with, because I didn't have a cell phone at the time, he called it, and it was the VIP Playboy Mansion phone number for you to make reservations. And it was absolutely crazy and incredible. And then, of course, I did what any 16-year-old would do. I gave it to my friends. We called a bunch for absolutely no reason. And when the girl answered and asked what kind of reservation we wanted, we would giggle and hang up the phone.
That's exactly what happened. But I still got it on my phone. So.
That's hilarious.
How do you get rid of that phone
I do
number?
now and be like, "Sup, bitch?"
But yeah, so Thursday night, be there and enjoy.
All right, so guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Psycho, thank you.
Thank you.
Weezy, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Beautiful.
Crowd in the chat, thank you guys so much for coming out. We had a good time. We do miss Johnny. We squawked about a bunch of BS, but as always, we enjoy having you guys out here. Look forward to seeing you on Collector's Hat on Thursday. I will not be there. I will be watching. I will support. Yeah, that's it. Have a great night. It's a little past our bedtime. The 10:37 mark is way past when we would normally be. But we had a great night. And as always, guys, no capes. All right. For those of you who don't know, no capes is Edna from The Incredibles. And Edna always says, no capes. And everybody always says, what the hell does that mean? I'm
like, is it really a joke?
No. It's Incredibles. It's Edna.
That's incredible.
All right, fuck it. I'm canceling. My girl keeps going, like, Corinne's like, that's so stupid. Why do you keep doing that? I'm like, what do you mean?